Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to Gale FFTCG. I'm Serah, your host, and today we are looking at Opus 23 Wind Rarity Review. I know it's been a while, but I am back, and you know the drill. I'm here to share one card of each rarity from each element and talk about why I love them and why I think they are going to be good in the next set. So let's hop straight in with spoiler alert. Hope. 3CP 7K Legend of Wind. When Hope enters, you can pay X, and if you do, search for a category 13 character. That's very important. Of cost X and play it on the field. We're getting backups. We can get monsters. There's a lot of good 13 monsters that Hope can search this set. I really love it. I think it's a fantastic card. In that regard, but what makes this card supremely good is it has a good on-entry effect that might get you something that just gets you extra value or something like that. But it also has tap, remove Hope from the game at the beginning of your next main phase. You can play Hope back onto the field. You can only do this during your turn, but it's really cool to be able to basically have this recurable value. If they are maybe trying to, if somebody tries to remove your Hope, it doesn't feel all that bad because you've probably already gotten some value out of it already. If they don't Ami this, then you're fine and you kind of just get a chance to go again. If they do remove it, you've probably already got the card anyway. I think this card is just super interesting. It leads to a lot of different styles of deck building. I don't think this will be an aggro card, but more of just an advantage piece that will make a lot of decks go live. Who knows? Maybe this will even start up its own sort of archetype, or at least give a particularly flavorful or interesting build to work with. Just keep your eye on this card for sure. In our heroic slot, we have Null, and I really like Null. I think Null is a fantastic card. I think this card has so many cool things that a hero should have on it. So it's a 5CP 9K. It has Warp 3, which is 1 wind, and I can already hear at least a couple of you falling asleep and going, oh, this card's not good. Warp is a bad mechanic. I agree. I don't love Warp. I think the mechanic is just a little bit lame. But Null is kind of about to change that. So it has haste and first strike, and at the beginning of the attack phase during each of your opponent's each of your turns, you remove 1 counter from Null for each category 13 character you control. That's really important because that counts backups, monsters, forwards, everything. This effect will trigger only if Null is removed from the game and if there's a warp counters on Null. So most at the start of combat effects don't see a lot of play. They either, and the ones that do are just really strong, but that's still an open interaction window that's just doesn't always feel the greatest if you are trying to do something really powerful. Your opponent can just stop it in response. Or even before combat. So typically those don't see a lot of play, but Null kind of breaks the mold a little bit in that it's removed from the game, and it counts the total number of things on your field. So if your opponent even wants to try and keep Null away, if you have 3 category 13 characters, Null is just going to appear. It's just going to be on the field, and I think that's, there's nothing your opponent could do to stop that. That's really strong, and I think that's, Null definitely is not a card you should underestimate by any metric. I think this card is great. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for Null and try and get your copies soon, because I think this card gives a lot of good aggro options. It's incredibly good into the already aggressive 13 decks. The fact that it has haste, the fact you can play out 4 forwards or whatever, on turn 2, with the current 2CP starter lightning and stuff. This card definitely slots into that deck, but I think it also slots into a few other category 13 decks as well. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye out for Null. In our rare slot, a card that is near and dear to my heart, it's Mina, EX Burst Ninja, 4CP 7K. mana searches for ninjas, and you can dole a total of 2 active job ninja or card name ninja to choose any ninja, and it gains this character cannot be chosen by summons or abilities until end of turn. This is insane. If you get this turn 1, you can play this, go and get the 2 CP edge from like Opus 11 or something like that, that makes all your CP rainbow for ninjas and minus 1 to the cost of all ninjas you control. So, and then you can just protect it on turn 1. Like, that's really good. It gives you a lot of time to build up advantage, edge kind of once. This is just a great card. There's not much more to say about it. Pick it up while you can, honestly. And last but not least, in the comments slot, we have Dr. Mog. This is one of my favorite cards that has come out this set. Maybe probably in the last couple sets, to be honest. Dr. Mog is a 3 CP 5k Dr. Moogle. That when it enters, you can search for 1 job Moogle and 1 card name Moogle and add it to your hand. You can tap to choose 1 job Moogle and 1 card name Moogle, or 1 card name Moogle other than Dr. Mog, and activate it. This is incredible for searching Mog 11 specials. This is incredible for searching the 2 CP Mog backups if you need to fix colors or whatever. This card is just all around very good. It's a bit of a meme, but it has a high ceiling in competitive. It's going to see a lot of play in more casual decks. I think this card just kind of does everything that you want a card to do, and honestly, I am not mad at that whatsoever. I think that's a great thing that you can do that really, yeah, it just really makes the deck feel, it makes this card feel, like it's just a good multi-purpose all around. Get as many of this as you can. Make sure you take it out of your packs, because I feel like this card is just going to get better with age, and as the game goes on, they keep printing Moogles, and I think this card will just get better with every Moogle that they print. So yeah. Well, that is the end of the video. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been sticking with me while the whole shenanigans with my hard drive and things was going on. But I am back. I am so back. This set is super exciting, and I cannot wait to show you the rest of the cards that are exciting me for this set. Yeah, have a great day and a great rest of your week.